Tonight on CTV News at 5.
People are ready for something to happen. People are ready for action.
Critical condition. The majority of Canadians feel the healthcare system needs treatment.
Think for a moment about how we all came to be here, about the race we've won and will keep on winning.
And bosom buddies. Breast cancer survivors find their inner dragon on Lake Banook.
So I look forward to this. Time with your kids is always important, no matter what you're doing.
Plus 100 lunch dates and counting. A son's Christmas gift translates into quality time with his mom.
Scattered showers come to an end through the evening. Brisk temperatures overnight.
Live from the Maritime's News Center, this is CTV News at 5.
Good evening and welcome to CTV News at 5. I'm Maria Panopoulos. Thank you for joining us. First at 5 tonight, care in crisis. The majority of Canadians feel our healthcare system needs an emergency overhaul. That is according to a new study that finds 9 out of 10 want to see widespread changes to address issues from long wait times to staffing shortages. CTV's Hafsa Arf spoke with Maritimers who feel the system could use some life support. Hi there, Hafsa.
Hey, Maria, that's absolutely correct. In the Maritimes and across the country, Canadians have been talking about healthcare for years. And while frustrations are common, most of the people I spoke with today believe there are still signs of hope.
For many Canadians, healthcare isn't just a policy debate, but a growing concern. There's uncertainty about whether help will be there when it's needed most.
It's hard to believe that anybody would be surprised about it.
When you have so many people, scrambling for the same piece of the pie.
A new Nanos research survey found healthcare a source of worry for many Canadians, the majority of who believe change in the system is necessary.
People are ready for action. And the survey that we did with Santis really puts a spotlight on the appetite for action at the provincial level and also with federal healthcare partners.
The survey found 91% of Canadians want to see this happen, a level of agreement that's rare on almost any issue.
One of the questions that we asked was the emotion that people felt or the feelings that they had when they thought of the healthcare system. 39% said worried, 31% said frustrated.
Long wait times are the top concern cited by 26% of respondents. Poor access to services follows at 12%, with staff shortages close behind at 11.5%.
We need more people to actually be in that workforce. I think we're sending out a lot of folks with that necessary skill set to work for healthcare, and it's not serving us very well.
55% say the system is headed in the wrong direction, but some Maritimers are optimistic.
Your Health NS, that app, it's not perfect, but it's getting better. There is virtual care, not perfect, but is getting better and more helpful. And pharmacy. Pharmacists are able to do so much more than they were a few years ago.
Look at the healthcare system in the States. It's atrocious unless you have a lot of money, and I mean a lot of money, and can afford the best healthcare and the best premiums.
Whether it's more doctors, shorter wait times, and new technology, Canadians may not agree on every solution, but the survey suggests they're united on one thing. The status quo isn't enough. Maria?
Thank you very much, Hafsa. CTV's Hafsa Arif for us in the news center. And that actually brings us to tonight's web poll. This is what we're asking. Is healthcare in Canada moving in the right or wrong direction? You've got 3 options. Right, wrong, or I'm unsure. Go to ctvnewsatlantic.ca to weigh in and to see the latest poll results. Todd Batt is standing by now with a look at the day's headlines. Hi there, Todd.
Hi there, Maria. Coming up at 6, some harsh criticism today for NB Power and the decisions the utility made when it came to a planned gas power plant. The Auditor General says the company risked millions of dollars in penalties and took too many shortcuts, exposing taxpayers to unnecessary risks. Nick Moore has the details at 6. There's been a major spike in drug overdoses in the Moncton area. Over the weekend, dozens were reported. Today, before noon, firefighters in that city dealt with 6. We'll look at the numbers along with why it's coming up to be such a problem in the hub city. A lack of funding is being blamed for closures of libraries in Nova Scotia's Annapolis Valley. The decision was made after the province confirmed there will be no increase in funding this fiscal year. Communities were unable to make up the difference. There's been plenty of reaction. We'll tell you about that in your newscast. Right now, let's bring in CTV meteorologist Kalen Mitchell. He's got a nice warm-up for parts of the Maritimes anyway.
It's going to gradually work its way in here, Todd, over the next couple of days. By Thursday, the entire region would be warm to hot by early June standards. Today, the mildest temperatures in western areas of New Brunswick in the range around 18 to 20 degrees. We're heading in towards the first part of this evening, but of course there were cooler spots in the Maritimes, including Prince Edward Island. Temperatures near 12 for Summerside and Charlottetown. Eastern areas of Nova Scotia, where temperatures right now are mostly in the range of 7 to 10 degrees, and temperatures up a few into the southwest of that province, mostly in the range of 13 to 16. Winds right now around the Maritimes, variable in direction, being sustained between around 10 and 20 kilometers per hour. Not much happening when it comes to wind gusts. There's a few between 30 and 40, mostly around northern areas of New Brunswick, parts of Prince Edward Island, and Cape Breton right now. We're at the Sydney Airport. A gust is being reported at 35 kilometers per hour. We had some scattered showers and a few small thunderstorms. In fact, there's a thunderstorm right now just making its way through the Stewiacke area of Nova Scotia. Looks like there could be a little bit of a downpour with that. Lightning, of course, hazardous at any time, so when thunder roars, head indoors. You want to wait that out. These thunderstorms have not been particularly long-lived. I expect this one will be winding down shortly within the next hour and a bit as well. That thunderstorm occurring on the backside of that line of scattered showers, which has mostly made its way to Cape Breton and around the Atlantic coastline of Nova Scotia. And as we make our way through this evening and tonight, remaining showers and the risk of thunderstorms will be coming to an end. And behind it, an area of high pressure takes over, and we're expecting clearing conditions in the forecast for tonight, giving some sunnier weather over the next couple of days and helping bump those temperatures up. So I'll have more on that in the forecast coming up a little bit later on. Maria.
Oh, thank you very much, Kalen. So homeless shelters and charitable organizations in Nova Scotia are feeling the pressure of rising operating costs. CTV's Paul Hollingsworth now on the struggle to keep up with those added challenges.
A struggle to survive for Souls Harbor Rescue Mission, navigating skyrocketing prices, transportation, and shipping costs.
Our energy costs across the board have risen 12%.
Every day at 9 locations across Nova Scotia, Souls Harbor provides overnight shelter for more than 100 people while serving 1,200 meals.
12% can cut into the revenue needed to buy food, to take care of people.
Like Kim Reed, who relies on Souls Harbor as a critical lifeline.
I can't afford groceries, so without places like this, I would starve to death.
High energy costs limit the amount of money to buy food and materials. It also lowers public donations because some people can no longer afford to give.
It's going to put a hit not only on our budget and other charities, but the average consumer.
Affordability has become a crisis, not just in Nova Scotia, but across the country.
Prices of things have gone up faster than wages in our society, and that impacts people with lower wages more prominently sooner.
Michael Kavalin has concerns about the continued crushing impact on shelters and charitable organizations.
As costs go up, we're seeing the charities and the other nonprofits who support folks also struggle.
As the cost of energy continues to climb, putting the pinch on Souls Harbor, it raises questions about sustainability. How long can they survive in a financial climate like this one?
I think if it went on forever and ever, and we were severely impacted financially by the economy, we would probably have to close some of our smaller centers in those communities.
According to Porter, that's a worst-case scenario.
I would just hate to do that.
Times are tough, but Porter is committed to finding new strategies to raise money and increase donations so Souls Harbor can support Nova Scotians every day. Paul Hollingsworth, CTV News, Halifax.
Thank you, Paul. Time for our first break here on CTV News at 5. Still ahead, find out how to win 4 VIP passes and accommodations to the Cavendish Beach Music Festival. The details are still ahead. And coming up next, we're on the water for this story.
We are considered a support group for women who are, or people, women, men, whatever, going through breast cancer.
Breast cancer survivors get on the water to flex their muscles and support one another. Meet the bosom buddies next. CTV and Bell want to send you and 3 friends to the Cavendish Beach Music Festival. Some of the biggest names in country are headed to PEI from July 9th through to the 11th, including Hardy, Tucker Wetmore, and Cody Johnson. One lucky viewer will win the Cavi Beach Bundle, a prize package that includes 4 VIP weekend passes, a backstage tour, accommodations, spending money, and so much more. To enter, just go to ctvatlantic.ca and follow the contest prompts or scan the QR code on your screen right now. You can enter once per day until Saturday at 5 p.m. and the winner will be announced on June 12th. Good luck, everybody. On to our next story here now. It's not a club they ever wanted to join, but they're sure glad they found it. CTV's Jim Quammen gets on the water with a group of breast cancer survivors who call themselves the Bosom Buddies.
Think for a moment about how we all came to be here, about the race we've won, and we'll keep on winning.
Bosom Buddies is a group of breast cancer survivors who have gotten together over the years. Take it away. We have 20 people in a boat. We have 2 boats in Halifax and 1 in the South Shore. We've been in existence since 1998. Breast cancer survivors were getting together across Canada to do this all around that time. So we compete against other teams in all over Canada. The reason this group was sort of put together was to provide support we are considered a support group for women who are, or people, women, men, whatever, going through breast cancer. We provide support, so just by being here and taking part in this sport, it's just a great way to help recover from your illness.
Nice and relaxed. Everybody fits together. 1, 2.
Just to be around people who'd been through the same thing that you had been through. And we don't talk about cancer here, but everybody knows we've all been through the same thing.
We're very inclusive. We just love people, and we hate to see new people coming because of the reason they have to be here. But it's the best place to be. Honestly, this is the best thing that's happened to me. I joined before I started treatment 15 years ago. And I don't know what I would have done without the support during the treatment. I had buddies calling me after chemo, when I started radiation, how you feeling? Can I drop off food? It was just amazing. It's a family. It's truly a family.
You might want to wet.
Oh, a beautiful family, obviously. Who doesn't know somebody who has gone through breast cancer treatment in their lives, and what a wonderful support group. She said they don't talk about it. I think it's just that camaraderie of knowing, what you've been through, I see you, and now let's get out there and show everybody what we got.
Yeah, it's just a lot of support and just doing the activity like dragon boating itself, right?
Oh, yeah, they were, and we were saying, like, they were booting it on the water. Amazing. The Bosom Buddies, if you're interested in joining, you can find them on social media. They're pretty amazing people, for sure.
Well, the weather cooperated for them yesterday.
Yeah.
And it was nice to start the day today. We're looking at the Eastern Passage here in Nova Scotia. Nice for parts of that province, that is. But there was an area of showers moving through the region. Some of that lingers into this evening. I'll have more on that after the break.
Ron and Kim De Silva were quick to capture this video in their neighborhood in Upper Kingsclear, New Brunswick last week. If the ghostly image looks a bit familiar, it should. It's actually an albino porcupine. We shared the video with Andrew Hebda, the former curator of zoology at the Nova Scotia Museum of Natural History, and he was impressed, telling us he's only heard of a couple of other cases in recent years, and both were out west. Judging by the video, Andrew thinks the animal is fairly young. He also adds albino cases are pretty rare in mammals, less than 1 in 10,000. A big thank you to the De Silvas for sharing this video. If you look at it quickly, Kaylin, kind of just looks like a white cat, but then you're like, oh, hold on, I see those needles. Yeah.
Here in the Maritimes.
Yeah.
Blue lobsters, albino porcupines.
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't know what you're going to see.
Blue skies, finally.
A little bit of blue sky today.
Yeah.
A little bit of blue sky, though there was some cloud cover that did move through and some showers, a couple small thunderstorms along with it. Let's take a look at the view, though, at Fredericton from the previous evening, and it was a beautiful scene there as we check out our sunrise and sunset times for the provincial capitals around the region. Sun rising between about 5:23 and 5:38 a.m. and setting between about 8:54 and 9:11 p.m. Now, on our weather systems map, barometric pressure is about middle of the road, but we do have a little trough of low pressure that's making its way across the region. And that's providing just enough lift in the atmosphere to kick up some of these showers and the odd thunderstorm with them. That is on its way out. And behind it, we have this large area of high pressure that is firmly in place across parts of Ontario that is going to be extending in our direction. We can expect a clearing sky in general as we move through tonight and some sunnier conditions over the next couple of days as temperatures region-wide begin to rise. Let's take a look at things on radar, though, and the latest on these showers and few thunderstorms that are moving through. So it's showers fairly widespread at this hour across Cape Breton. Those will be clearing off towards the east, though, as we continue to make our way through this evening. And that line of showers extends down the eastern shore of Nova Scotia and now is mostly just offshore of Halifax, but there is still a chance of a shower there. And remember, we do have this thunderstorm. It's just making its way in through the Stewiacke area. If that manages to hold together over the next hour, it should pass somewhere between Halifax and up towards Clam Harbour area. So there is still a chance of a few showers even for the Halifax area over the next couple of hours. But in general, this weather's going to be winding down as we make our way through this evening and tonight. The showers coming to an end, and we'll be clearing to just a few clouds around during the overnight hours, along with some fog patches developing for early Wednesday morning. Any fog that is around the Maritimes to start the day for tomorrow will be dissipating quite quickly as we make our way from the morning into the afternoon. And Wednesday afternoon around the region, mostly sunny to a fair weather mix of sun and cloud. How about those winds? A little bit variable in direction right now, and they get a little bit lighter as we make our way towards midnight. Tomorrow's winds start to become a little bit more southerly in the region, and they'll be sustained 10 to 20 kilometers per hour with a few gusts between 20 and 40. Low temperatures in the forecast for tonight. As the sky clears up a little bit, they do become brisk. We do have some lows tonight that'll be falling into a range around 2 to 6 degrees for the Maritimes. No frost advisories in effect, but there is still a risk of some patchy frost. Lower risk, but a risk nonetheless, for areas away from the coast and at lower elevations like spaces in between hills and valleys. Now, high temperatures in the forecast for tomorrow will be warmest in the province of New Brunswick, and there a lot of communities are expected to climb up towards the mid-20s. That southerly wind will be a little bit more onshore around the Bay of Fundy coastline, so 18 to 20 degrees for that part of New Brunswick. In Charlottetown and Prince Edward Island for tomorrow, most high temperatures between about 15 and 17 degrees. And for Nova Scotia, high temperatures between 16 and 20, with the best chance of 20 in parts of the Annapolis Valley and then up through Hants County and in around the Minas Basin. But on Wednesday, temperatures are up across the entire Maritime region. It'll be sunny, and we've got high temperatures in the high 20s and some into the low 30s for the province of New Brunswick. A little bit more moderate down around the Bay of Fundy coastline because it'll be an onshore southwest wind. Mid-20s for interior areas or areas just away from the coast of Prince Edward Island, and a lot of high temperatures for Nova Scotia that'll be around the mid to high 20s, though again directly on the Atlantic coastline, high teens, low 20s. Because of the southwest wind. Now on Friday, it's more of a mix of sun and cloud. There's a chance of some showers for communities in the north of New Brunswick, and temperatures will be still on the warmer side. Let's take a look at our weather watcher for tonight. And tonight's weather watcher, oh, this is a really colorful one. I like this one a lot. This is from 10-year-old Peyton DeYoung, and Peyton has sent us a drawing of a frog in the rain dreaming about sunny days. Thank you, Peyton. Great job. Weather watchers can come in anytime to CTV Weather Watchers, P.O. Box 1653, Halifax, Nova Scotia, B3J2Z4, or you can email me at kaylin.mitchell@bellmedia.ca. Maria.
Thank you, Kaylin. So when we come back, we're going to spend some quality time on this story.
Hi, I'm Ed, and this is my mom, Georgie, and coming up, we're going to tell you about what Lunch for Life means to us.
With Aaron and Peter. Move 100's $10,000 Move It or Lose It is back.
Register for your shopping spree starting Monday at 6 a.m.
Welcome back. So about 9 Christmases ago, Ed McDonald gave his mom, Georgina, a special present, lunch dates. Now, 100 meals later, as CTV's Mike Lamb shows us, it's the gift that just keeps on giving.
My name is Ed, this is my mom Georgie, and we're on our 102nd monthly lunch. Christmas of 2017, I'm not even sure how this occurred to me, but I decided that I wanted to make sure that I started seeing her more regularly. Typical guy, I'm bad at this sort of thing, and it's easy for time to slip by, especially when you're busy working. And then all of a sudden you realize that it's been a couple of months since we've seen each other. So I wanted to make sure that didn't happen anymore.
Part of my Christmas gift for my son was this little lunchbox. And in the lunchbox was a note saying, lunch for life. So I look forward to this. Time with your kids is always important, no matter what you're doing. It could be lunch, it could be any number of things.
For you.
Thank you.
In 2018, I was diagnosed with stage 3 ovarian cancer, and during that time, we didn't miss it. We did the lunches after the chemo, after or before the surgery or whatever. And then 2020 comes along and we have COVID. We had one lunch where Ed showed up in a parking lot with a 6-foot table, and then he went across the street and bought Chinese food, and that was one of our COVID lunches.
I lost my dad a while back, and I mean, that sort of thing never really goes away. It's easy for time to slip by. As I age, I've become increasingly aware of that. And I enjoy spending time with my mom. It's not like a chore. It's just easy, for time to get away from her. So this is important enough that I didn't want that to happen.
Well, for young people out there who don't know what to get, we're old, like I'm old. So I have everything. It's hard to find something to give your parents. Gives them the gift of time.
Okay, I'm gonna need a tissue. That is the sweetest and most lovely, pure thing. I love that, and I hope it inspires you to call the people you love and spend some time with them.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, Ed, you're showing us all up.
You certainly are. How about weather conditions for a lunch date tomorrow?
Okay.
Looking pretty good across the Maritimes. Generally a mix of sun and cloud. Temperatures warming up in a number of areas, and I'll talk more about that coming up. CTV News at 6.
Thanks for watching, everyone. The national news is next. Good night.